Edu Gaspar has just sent a clear transfer message to a £85 million star who shone in the Champions League, indicating Arsenal's strong interest. Meanwhile, the club has received a crucial update on Riccardo Calafiori's injury, raising the question of whether the Italian star will be available for the match against Liverpool. Additionally, Mikel Arteta explained why Arsenal needs to defeat Barcelona in their pursuit of a target, a striker who is on fire in the market. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest Arsenal news straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Arsenal may have taken note of a standout performance from one of their rumored transfer targets in the Champions League this week, while the Gunners secured a 1-0 victory against Shakhtar Donetsk at the Emirates, earning their second win of the 2024-25 campaign. It was a fairly uneventful night for Mikel Arteta's side as they bounced back from their Premier League defeat to Bournemouth. However, elsewhere in Europe, a potential transfer target was making waves with another stellar showing in the competition. This display will likely have caught Arsenal's attention, potentially adding to the excitement around a possible future move. During the summer transfer window, Mikel Arteta added 5 new players to his squad, but he couldn't land the striker that fans were eagerly hoping for. There were whispers about Arsenal's interest in Viktor Gyökeres, the Sporting CP forward who made the move from Coventry City in 2023. Reports surfaced indicating that Arsenal had dispatched scouts to monitor Gyökeres during pre-season after he had an impressive debut campaign with the Portuguese club. The buzz around Gyökeres suggests that he could still be on Arsenal's radar as they look to strengthen their attacking options in the future. In the 2023-24 season, Viktor Gyökeres made quite the impression, netting an impressive 43 goals in all competitions for Sporting CP, and his form hasn't shown any signs of waning this year. Despite only featuring in 13 matches so far this season, Gyökeres has already racked up 13 goals, including a stunning solo effort during Sporting's recent clash with SK Sturm Graz. This incredible display is bound to have caught the attention of Edu Gaspar, prompting renewed interest in the prospect of signing him as the January transfer window approaches. With his clinical finishing and ability to create chances, Gyökeres could be a valuable addition to Arsenal's attacking lineup. While Arsenal's start to the season has been strong, there's certainly something missing, and to many, that something is a striker. While the Gunners excel at creating chances, they frequently find themselves in a frustrating position, scrambling for goals after failing to convert time and again. Manchester City's acquisition of Erling Haaland in 2022 serves as a prime example for Edu Gaspar and Mikel Arteta. They should definitely draw some inspiration from that move. Players like Gyökeres are hard to come by in today's market, and if Arsenal genuinely aim to compete for both the Premier League title and the Champions League, they should seriously consider the 26-year-old. Gyökeres is currently one of the top finishers in world football, and his ability to find the back of the net consistently could provide the spark Arsenal needs to elevate their game. Is Calafiori returning against Liverpool? Once again, Mikel Arteta faces a challenging task as he prepares his Arsenal squad to take on Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium this Sunday, with several key absences to contend with. Injury woes have plagued Arsenal this season, often leaving Arteta tossing and turning at night over the team's fitness issues. Club captain Martin Odegaard remains unavailable, joining Takahiro Tomiyasu and Kieran Tierney on the injury list. Additionally, both Bukayo Saka and Jurrien Timber are doubtful for this weekend's match, and there are growing concerns regarding Riccardo Calafiori. The Italian defender picked up a knock during Tuesday night's Champions League clash against Shakhtar Donetsk and could face another stint on the sidelines after already missing time earlier this season. Arteta will need to rally his squad to navigate these challenges against a formidable opponent. Arsenal handed Riccardo Calafiori injury news. The 22-year-old Riccardo Calafiori will definitely miss the match against Liverpool this Sunday. According to Corriere dello Sport, the former Bologna player has encountered a slight problem with his medial collateral ligament. While this issue shouldn't sideline him for more than a few weeks, it means the 8-cap Italy international won't be available to face the Merseyside outfit. Given Calafiori's history of significant knee problems, Mikel Arteta will be cautious with his recovery, ensuring he doesn't rush the player back into action and risk further injury. This setback setback poses a substantial challenge for Arteta as he looks to shape his defensive lineup for the weekend. With Jurrien Timber's availability still uncertain and the added complication of William Saliba being suspended after his red card against Bournemouth, the Gunners will need to find a solution to bolster their backline against a strong Liverpool side. Former Arsenal winger Theo Walcott suggested that Riccardo Calafiori should step in to replace William Saliba at center back alongside Gabriel Magalhaes for the clash against Liverpool. Unfortunately, that's off the table for Mikel Arteta now that Calafiori is sidelined and he can't use the summer signing at left back either, where he has spent most of his time on the pitch this season. With Saliba unavailable, Ben White is likely to fill in at center back, but that creates more questions regarding who will occupy the fullback positions. If Jurrien Timber is fit, he could be an option on either flank. On the other hand, Thomas Partey could also step in at right back if needed. As for the left back position, Arteta will have to choose between Oleksandr Zinchenko and Jakub Kiwior. However, Zinchenko has had his moments defensively, often leaving much to be desired, while it seems Arteta has lost some trust in Kiwior. Ideally, the manager would prefer not to rely on this difficult decision as he prepares for the match against Liverpool. Mikel Arteta told why Arsenal now would need to beat Barcelona to on-fire striker target. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is keen on bolstering his squad with a new striker in the upcoming January transfer window. Although Kai Havertz has performed admirably as a central forward this season, concerns linger about the Gunners' depth in that position. Gabriel Jesus, once a key player, has faced heavy criticism from fans due to his lack of form and inability to find the back of the net since January. In a recent match against Shakhtar Donetsk, he squandered a golden opportunity, further intensifying doubts about his reliability as a goal scorer. Given that Havertz cannot shoulder the responsibility of leading the line every week across all competitions, Arsenal's need for a dependable forward has become increasingly urgent. With this in mind, the North London club has turned its attention to Dusan Vlahovic, rekindling their interest in the Juventus striker after previous attempts to sign him. However, Vlahovic isn't the only target on Arteta's radar. Aston Villa's John Duran is also under consideration as the Gunners look to add firepower to their attacking options. Arsenal urged to sign John Duran. Arsenal and Barcelona are both showing strong interest in John Duran, who has made a significant impact at Aston Villa this season. The 20-year-old Colombian forward has been praised for his performance, with former Arsenal defender and BBC pundit Matt Upson describing him as on fire. Despite not being a guaranteed starter for Villa, Duran has already scored 7 goals in 12 appearances across all competitions this season, showcasing his potential as a prolific striker. Given his impressive form, Unai Emery is likely to be very reluctant to part with such a promising talent. However, Arsenal is encouraged to test Aston Villa's resolve by making a move for Duran, potentially adding valuable depth to their attacking options as they aim to strengthen their squad for the remainder of the season. Former Watford striker Troy Deeney, discussing Duran on CBS Sports Golazo, said he's just got a massive contract. Whether that's to keep him or to sell him, that's for different people to talk about. But for me, if I'm Chelsea, Arsenal, that's the type of striker I need. Will Arsenal sign John Duran? Given Duran's positive relationship with Aston Villa, his growing status as a regular starter, and his involvement in the Champions League, it seems unlikely that Arsenal will successfully lure him away in January, especially midway through the season. The Gunners are in need of an attacking reinforcement, but it might be more strategic for them to explore other options in the upcoming transfer window. Targeting a different player who could immediately impact the squad may yield better results. If Arsenal remains interested in Duran, it could be more feasible to revisit the possibility of signing him in the summer, when negotiations might be easier and the circumstances could favor a transfer. This approach would allow Arteta to assess the team's needs more thoroughly and possibly secure a more beneficial deal for the Colombian talent. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.